Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or whatever the hell it is. I'm lost today. I'm lost. I played that 30-second countdown because it said it was still up there from this morning, and this morning went that way. Turned out pretty good, but it's just been one of those days. I have had so much to do, so many technical issues with my cell phone to solve. I don't know whether I'm coming or going, but I'm here. Good to see you guys this afternoon, as if you haven't seen enough of me yet today. 42 people. Wow. 41 person. Scared somebody away already. Wow. How's everybody on this Saturday afternoon? I think it's Saturday. Yeah, I think so. Good to see all the usual suspects are here. I think the other half of the usual suspects may be out shopping this afternoon. It is a holiday weekend after all. And after giving it much deep thought and consideration, I have decided that at least until after the first of the year, this is going to be the last Saturday afternoon live stream I'm going to do. And it's not like I'm not on every morning. And that's one of the main reasons why I thought I could do away with this one. It's just too much. Just too much. I'm not getting tired of you, but you're going to get tired of me. And there's only so many questions. There's only so many stories to tell. I don't do the latest news every day, so I don't have fresh stuff every day to try to put together a program out of. And it's just after the advent of the morning coffee, the hour or so every morning, I think you can overdo it. I think I have been, not just for my sake. It doesn't bother me, but just that I would get bored watching the same thing over and over again. And I try not to make it the same thing. And I try to make the answers to the questions interesting, but it all relies on you guys, on answering some questions and taking something as simple as the carnivore lifestyle and trying to fill up hours and hours and hours and hours of talk, along with the hundreds of other YouTubers out there that are talking for hundreds and hundreds of hours about carnivore too, when you could really sum it all up in about 10 minutes. So today, I think we'll see after the first of the year how it goes. To be honest with you, I enjoy the morning live streams the best. They don't interrupt the day. I still have the Tuesday night, and I still have the private community on Thursday night. And the next, if any, to go might be the Tuesday night one, and we'll see. We'll see. I think I need to add more videos to the mix instead of more live streams. And I think, like I say, that 7-day-a-week morning live stream seems to almost be enough by itself. We get through a lot of stuff in the morning. I watched the replay of this morning's live stream, and there will be some standalone videos of some of the questions that you guys asked me. They were great questions. And those kind of things, like Anthony Chafee does all the time, makes standalone videos from good questions and what he considered good answers that came from his live streams. And I'm going to start doing more of that. So today will be the last Saturday. I did this primarily for people in time zones where it wasn't convenient for them to come in at night. But virtually every one of those people can come in the morning to the morning live streams if they want. They can come in from anywhere in Europe. In fact, anywhere in the world. Even Australia is still early enough in the evening where they can come in. It'd be 8 to 10 p.m. somewhere over there. So anyway, good to see you all. Good to see you all. I won't say drink it if you got it, because that's my slogan for the morning, but drink it if you got it. And I'm using a coffee cup that Terry sent me. I know it's pink, but she sent me, I showed you this in the morning, and it says, sometimes you forget you're awesome. So this is your reminder. Got a little heart on the inside of the lip there. And I thought thank Terry again for it. And Terry also sent me a picture. And let me get this up on the screen. Sent me a picture of her with her in the mirror, morning coffee with Mitch coffee cup. Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. I got that. She took that this morning. And I got that right after my morning live stream from Terry. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy that cup. Terry's got the red one. Very nice. Very nice. I wanted to show that off today. So this is a Terry coffee cup kind of day. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. I don't have a lot of announcements. QQQ in the chat if you got a question for me. I don't think this is going to be a 2-hour live stream this afternoon. I'm going to shoot for, at most, I think, an hour. I think we'll see how the attendance is. But I think it's a holiday weekend. It's busy. Everybody's out doing other things. And I honestly don't want to overdo it. I don't want you guys getting tired of me. But people are dropping out. I'm down to 49 people watching. So I'll keep an eye on it. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you if it's a pretty day where you live and you got shopping to do and beginning of the holiday season. I honestly don't blame you if you stay in the house. If you don't stay in the house watching TV, I certainly don't take it personally. We have Turamir. Tuka was the first one in here to say hello. The Furl Grandma's with us. Charger Mopar. Rick is here. Don Schonger's here. Stickman's Garage. How you doing, Stickman's Garage? Good to see you. And he says, toothpaste was mentioned this morning. I've been trying Boca with hydroxyapatite. I don't know what that is. I never heard of that. Never heard of it. I'll have to look it up. Drone shots. Jody, my friend Jody. Hiya, Jody. How you doing? Good to see you. And Stickman's Garage says that he's going to be climbing up and down on ladders today, so we shouldn't shout out his name too loud, lest he gets startled and fall off and break something. So we'll be careful. Steve Studley. Hi, Steve. How you doing? Mark Booz is here. Good to see you. Lori's Carnivore Stories with us. Good to see you, Lori. Another Lori Ribideau says hello. And Steve Rogers, Captain America's here. Smoke if you got it. Nah, should have done this from outside. I could have puffed on a cigar at least. But nah, usually do this in the studio here. And who else is new here? Sandy Blythe says hello. Hiya, Sandy. How you doing? And any questions, stick them in there. Golf Addict Spanky's here. Hi, Spanky. Good to see you. And we're just getting up to 3 o'clock in the chat when people just started to log in. Mike Seeley Sr. from Melbourne is here. Father of United Carnivore. M. In Oregon. And Boyd Lamb is here. How you doing, Boyd? Good to see you. Lewis L. Hi, Lewis. From New York City. Good to see you. Glenda Buchan. Hi, Glenda. Good evening. Must be somewhere in Europe. Somewhere over there in Europe. Good to see you. Smoothie 42 is here. How you doing? Good to see you, Smoothie. Let's get through this. Richard Williams. Hi, Richard. Good to see you, my friend. And Laurie says, it's a balmy 23 degrees here in Wisconsin. Oh, God. I don't know where Ellen, what she's doing this afternoon, but I hope she's not freezing her butt off out there in the cold. Who else did I miss? Here's a question from Spanky. Just wish your morning lives here were an hour later than us West Coast people can get it on time. Unfortunately, I don't know if that'll work. The thing that works great for me is that I can do it every day if I do it early. If I start to make it later every day, it just interferes with my day from that point on. And I just can't. I just can't do it. I can do it one day a week earlier. And as far as an announcement goes on Monday, I'm going to be probably 10 o'clock on Monday instead of Wednesday next week because I have a doctor's appointment at the VA at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I should be home in time to do it at 10. I don't want to break my string of not having missed a day since I started these morning things over a month ago, and I just want to keep it going and see how many I can rack up before I actually have to break the string. So we'll do it, probably be around 10 o'clock, and if something happens, I get held up and I can't make it at 10 o'clock, I will probably just, wherever I am, just go live right from my cell phone to tell you guys I'm trying real hard. I'm not going to make it by 10. And thanks for coming. At least I'll have a presence there anyway. But I should get home in time to be able to start it up by 10 o'clock on Monday morning. And Ellen is playing nurse's dummy again, so I don't need to worry about her schedule on Monday, so it'll just be me. And I'll tell you all about my urologist, all the gory details on Monday. Let's see who else. Paul McGrogan is here. How you doing? Paul says, good afternoon, Aussie Gal. And, I was calling you Aussie Gal AU, and it was because it stuck AU for Australia behind your name. For some reason, it's not doing that today, but it did the other day. And when I watched the replay, I said, what the hell am I doing? That's Aussie Gal. So how you doing? How you doing evidently from Australia? Let's see. Here's another new person, Robin Palmer. Hiya, Robin. How you? And we have Pesha Galen. Happy to be here. Welcome. New name to the chat. A lot of people have watched this stream many times, but have never, been at a device where they could chat or didn't care to chat. So we see new people coming along, but they may not be that new. Lat is here. How you doing, Lat? Good to see you. We'll excuse you for this morning. And Glinda says she is in Louisiana. And I always say to people in Louisiana, how y'all are? How you all are? I remember that from, what was his name? Justin Wilson, the old barbecue guy. How y'all are? And Steve Studley says, Pesha Galen, put a QQQ before your question. Oh, okay, there was a question there. There you go. Do you use red light for healing? No, I do not. I do not. I have nothing against it. That's not to say that it doesn't work. There are many things that people say are beneficial. I try to get some morning sun every day, and there certainly is an adequate amount of red light contained in morning sunlight. I don't subscribe. I'm a minimalist when it comes to carnivore. I don't subscribe to every new supplement, every new method, every new this, every new utensil, every new apparatus that's designed to make you live longer. And I think, that somebody's trying to sell. I keep it very simple. I act like I'm a caveman, and I need to only be concerned with the food that I eat, and everything else takes care of itself. So I tend not to try to artificially manipulate anything at all. That's just me. Try to get my red light from the sun. Try to get all my nutrients from the food. I supplement a little bit, but I found it's been serving me very well. And the best part of it is it doesn't get so complicated that you can't keep up with it anymore. Micromanaging virtually every aspect of it. So no, I don't use it, but there are many people, including Ellen, who think there's great credibility to that. So I will never tell you don't use it. Absolutely don't. I mean, they say they've proven many benefits of it, but not for me. Not for me. Wanda Gerling, how you doing? Wanda, good to see you. Snowy mid-Missouri. Yeah, you people are starting to get it up there, aren't you? Frank M., how you doing? L.A. downtown. Good to see you. Good to see you. And yeah, Spanky, no worries. Get your butt out of bed. That's the answer I want to hear. That's the answer. That's the answer. And who else we got here? CB is here. Hiya, CB. CB Carmack. Good to see you. Rosalie D. Stefano's with us from Florida. Neighbor. Mama Bear is here. Good to see you. Ah, there you go. Sandy Blythe loved Justin Wilson. Yeah, I used to. That was a long time ago. He's probably been gone for quite a while. I loved his stuff. What a character. What a character he was. And he always dressed up like some poor Louisiana dirt farmer and looked like a homeless guy. And I used to laugh because I imagined he had that when he got all done filming his show, he put on his regular clothes and he had his chauffeur-driven Rolls Royce outside waiting for him to take him back to his mansion. But that's not what we saw on TV. Not what we saw on TV. But he was great. He was great. What a great cook, man. And God, every time I watched his show, I wanted some of that stuff. And turns out most of that stuff he was cooking is not bad for you. Not too bad. A little heavy on the spices. But mostly protein. Mostly protein. Meat, shellfish, crawfish, just shrimp. Not a lot of sugar, I don't think. Aussie Gal has a question. What do you do with all the joy with this carnivore lifestyle? Can one have too much joy? Can you be too happy? I don't think so. Can we have so much joy that we have to bank some of it? That we have to put some of it away somewhere? I don't know. Joy seems to me like as fast as it comes, you can enjoy it and use it up. It's a cool question, though. Thank you. I like that. I like that. Chris Swain is here. How you doing, Chris? And we have Pat Ramirez. Well, people are starting to come in. Good. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And Helen, Hot Stuff, is here. Hiya, Helen. How you doing? Hello, Mitch, and everyone else in the chat. Good to see you. Good to see you. And did I say hi to Lady June? Maybe not. How you doing, Lady June? I try to remember everybody I've said hi to recently. Sometimes I miss one. I know I said hi to Boyd Lamb and No Slow. A member for 2 months just got my mugshot coming soon. Mugshot. I never thought of calling it that. That's clever. Send me your mugshot. Yes. And I will put Terry's mugshot up on the website this afternoon. So good deal. And congratulations on the 2 months. Lat, I think I said hi to you. And Papa Carnivore, Peter is here. How you doing, Peter? I'm at work, so I may be out in and out of the chat. Yeah, make money. It's a holiday weekend, man. Sales are all going on. Team Malone from Ohio is here. How you doing? And Sandy Blythe. And now, at 20 minutes after 3, I have hit the wall here, folks. I'm down to the bottom of the chat. I don't see any more questions. I have nothing prepared. Nothing prepared for this live stream. I'm live streamed out, so I guess I'll just comment on the chat. Or, as an alternative, if anybody, especially some of the people in the private community, want to do like we do on Thursday night and come in and keep me company until, and this is going to be about an hour, until the hour is up, I would be happy to entertain that. Since most of you that I see in the chat are in the private community anyway, you're not unfamiliar with that. So let me do that just for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it. I can't think of any other announcements that I got to make. We do have 81 people. It's not like nobody's watching, but I think I said most of it this morning. And I think most of you were here this morning. So let's do this. Let me get a link, And I'm going to post it in the chat here. And if any of you have never been in with me, behave yourself, that's all. For the rest of you, you know what to do. So there it is. There's a link in the chat, StreamYard.com/gibberish. And if you click on that, most of you know what to do. And we'll bring you in a window, and we'll have a little conversation. If not, maybe pick up where we left off last night. In the meantime, I will have a little drink of this San Pellegrino here. Okay. We'll see if anybody comes in. Meanwhile, I'll keep an eye on the chat here. Spanky says bought 21 kilogram packages. That's 40 pounds of bacon. Holy mackerel. Thick bacon yesterday, $20 Canadian. Got them for $9 a package. Boy, bacon is expensive up there. Bacon is real expensive, but you eat that bacon. You eat that bacon, man. Here we go. Greg Smith is in the green room. Anybody got any questions about how to smoke meat, man? This is your man. This is your guy. I mean, Sherry Morgan's here today, too, I see. Somebody's saying hi to Sherry. I didn't see her name in the chat, but everybody's saying hi to Sherry, so obviously she's here. Hiya, Sherry. How you doing? Good to see you. And just as soon as I was going to bring Greg in, he got up and went away. Lori has a question. So how many mugshots do you have so far? I think 4 or 5. Not too many yet, but they're on the website, on the homepage, down a little ways. You'll see a gallery of people in T-shirts and holding up coffee mugs, and you'll find your picture. You'll find your picture in there. And we have FX Trader asks me, could I talk about my meat preferences? I could, and we might do that while I talk to Greg here. He's got his coffee, and I prefer bacon, eggs, beef, ribeyes, and ground beef mostly. Those are my main preferences. Bacon, eggs, ribeyes, ground beef. I do like chicken thighs, dark meat chicken. I eat chicken wings occasionally. And some fish. I eat fish no more than once a week. But other than that, my preferences are very limited in my diet, and variety are very limited and get more limited the longer that I do this. Thank you for that question. Let me bring in Greg. Hey, man.
Hey, Mitch.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Long time no see.
Yeah, I had to get up this morning and finish my legacy of making tallow. My wife's not happy because of, the greasy mess, but we finished up. I ended up with 3 quarts of tallow this morning, so it came out pretty good.
Wow. Oh, that's cool. That's a lot of meat to cook.
Yeah, well, as you know, I buy primals, and when I trim brisket, sirloins, ribeye, whatever I buy and I trim, I just vacuum seal it and put it in the freezer. And when I get enough to do a batch of tallow, then I do.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you do a lot of almost production cooking at your place. I mean, you cut up the primals, you're always smoking something. You and CB Carmack, same thing. CB smokes a lot, and Mark Booth down there in St. Lucie. The 3 of you guys, you're cooking. And Lewis L asks, how long will that tallow last you?
It's shelf stable, so it'll last forever. But 3 quarts will last me probably, 4 months, 5 months.
Oh, okay. That's like 2 quarts. I have more bacon grease than I ever use. I always generate more and have to throw out the oldest.
Yeah.
So I never ever use it all up. In fact,
Yeah, if you when you process the tallow, the cleaner you can get it, the longer it will last.
Well, I just strain
So
the bacon grease with that little stainless steel thing with the fine mesh strainer.
Well,
Yeah,
you
and that stuff
you
lasts.
rotate yours out.
Yeah, I rotate it out every time that the thing holds about 2 quarts, that stainless steel thing, about a half a gallon of it. And whenever that gets full up to the top, I end up filling up 2 new quart containers full of the bacon grease, and I throw the oldest 2 away. What am I, if I would have 55 gallons of that stuff laying around if I had been saving it from since the beginning.
Hey, you could deep fry a turkey.
I could deep fry my neighbor. and all that like the cannibals used to do with these big pots, like you saw in the cartoons. Yeah. Let me see. There's some questions going by, so let me quick see if I can get these. I don't want to ignore the questions now that I got you in here. Question: do you strain the fat off the ground beef before eating? I hear someone else say hot fat can be problematic on digestion. Hell no, I don't ever strain fat off anything. Do you? Do you, Greg?
No.
No.
In fact, usually when I get done cooking, if there's fat left in the pan that's not excessive, I'll usually just pour it right back over the top of whatever I'm eating.
Yeah, I do the same thing, and like now, I've been saving much less bacon grease and cooking my eggs more in the bacon grease, where I can fold it over and just have a greasier egg and get more fat in.
Yeah.
And I don't. I've heard that from a few places, and there may be some people that have sensitive stomachs that may be a little sensitive, but I think by and large most people can handle the rendered fat like that without. I imagine as long as it's not hot enough to cook the inside of your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lewis L. asked you how long. Stickman thanked me for not scaring him off his ladder. You could deep fry your neighbor's dog, CB says. Yeah, hey, CB, that's a... You know what? They came back from Georgia. They came back from Georgia this time, and I haven't heard the dog. Maybe they got rid of the dog. I don't think he wanted the dog anyway. He never had a dog. All of a sudden, one day, they come home with this dog from Georgia. He's got a farm in Georgia. Guy lives across the street. He spends most of his time up there, and he's always been quiet. He was here when I moved in 8.5 years ago. So I mean, it's not like he's a new neighbor. All of a sudden, they come back from Georgia one day with this yippy dog that barks all day long, and I said, where the hell why'd you get a dog? And she said, and they're nice people. We're very friendly, and I don't give them a hard time. When the dog's out there barking, she brings it back in. She knows that it's disrupting the neighborhood, because we were lucky enough to have a quiet neighborhood where there are no barking dogs. So this one stands out by the fact that it's the only one. And she said something about we need. They didn't want it, but they took it to do somebody a favor, basically. I don't remember the details of it. So maybe they got rid of it. Maybe they did somebody else a favor and gave them the dog. I don't know. We'll see if I hear it. In 2 days they've been back. It hasn't barked. So I'm kind of happy about that. That's not a problem. And I think that takes me down to what questions I saw. Yeah, I think so. So keep asking questions. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat here and see if I see them. And that was Helen's question, Lewis's, Stickman's. They came as soon as you came in, Greg. They all came in a row. And Spanky, where'd you go? Spanky came into the green room, golf addict, and then he disappeared. I was just about ready to get to you. But okay, we love you. I wasn't ignoring you, man. I was doing business. And the barbecue guys are here. We have a smokers roundtable, and I mean that in duality. We have a cigar smokers and a meat smokers roundtable. We have Mark Boos.
Hey, Mark.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
And Greg.
All right.
And these guys are smoking fools, I'm telling you.
We're going to do a tri-tip today.
Oh, God. I told you, if I ever get out to the middle of the Nevada desert, I'm coming to your house for dinner.
Come on.
Come on.
Welcome.
It's a long drive, though, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Yeah, I found about 4 or 5 days ago, I was at Albertsons here in town. And, we were doing the Thanksgiving shopping and whatnot. and they had tri-tip on sale for $4 a pound.
Love
Untrimmed
tri-tip.
tri-tip.
Love it.
Yeah, they had them great big untrimmed tri-tips for $4 a pound. So I bought 3 or 4 of them.
Wow. Wow. Here's a question for all of us, guys. Lewis L. Lewis L asks, there it is. Maybe I'll ask for a smoker for Christmas. What should I look for? Electric? I have a backyard to keep it outdoors. What do you? Well, I have an electric one. I have one
I
of
have
those.
an electric master build. I love it.
Yeah, and I have a Cuisinart. It's great. I'm happy. I got a link to it on my Amazon page. Greg, what do you use? You use wood-fired smoker?
I use wood and charcoal. I've got a German-made ceramic Kamado, and then I also have Oklahoma Joe's Bandera, which is a vertical cabinet smoker.
You're fancy.
It all depends on. Yeah, I love it. It's great for doing sausage and cold smoke and cheese and whatever you want. But as far as his question is concerned, it depends on how much effort you want to put in. You want to set it and forget it. You want versatility. You know, there's many pellet smokers out there now where you can cook and or smoke at low temperatures. If you want to sit and babysit a fire, get a wood-fired or a charcoal. I don't mind babysitting a fire. I can sit out here on the deck outside and, you know, babysit a fire all day and drink coffee, drink bourbon, smoke cigars.
What a life, man.
Yeah.
Well,
you know, I drive trucks, so when I'm gone 3-4 weeks at a time, when I come home, I want to sit and relax. I don't want to do
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Anyway, that was a good question. That's a good question, and I need to use mine more. And when you're just cooking for yourself, you don't cook in big volumes. That's why, you know, I try sometimes to have recipes where I'll make 5 or 6 meals, and put them away. But then I get a freezer. And there was another question I saw earlier about something about the weather in Florida and do I have enough food frozen? I probably have enough food frozen to last me well into the spring right now. No worries about me going hungry. But in Florida, we don't have any weather-related food emergencies. It's not like we have a storm that closes all the stores for 2 weeks. So it's not even something we think about down here in Florida, our food shortages. And Sherry came in here with a super chat. Sherry, good to see you, sweetie. Do you think the rendered fat causes loose bathroom experiences? Doesn't our body heat melt it before digestion? Well, yeah, I imagine that the fat's going to certainly get digested between your body heat and the stomach acid. It's going to break down pretty quickly in your stomach, and it's going to be more fat. And yes, fat does loosen your bathroom adventures up a little bit. But I think that if that fat is part of the 60-70% ratio that you're normally getting with your food, then it's fine. Then you're getting the fat that you need, and without that extra fat. So if you cook bacon and eat all the fat that comes with the bacon, you're eating it just right. When you eat an egg, an entire egg, it comes with just the right amount of fat in it. That's why we adapted to the way nature packaged the fat. It wasn't the other way around. Nature didn't come along and say, well, how much fat does a human being need? It didn't work that way. Our biology fine-tuned itself to the amount of fat that was in the diet that we were eating, and that's called adaptation, and we did adapt to that. So 60-70% fat seems to work best for most people. And
Don't you
that's
think,
why
Mitch, that the rendered fat would be easier on your digestion because it's already basically broken down for you?
it's hard to say. It's hard to say what happens when, our stomachs are so acidic, and there's so many enzymes, not just the acid, but the enzymes that break this stuff down too. The enzymes in our saliva. I think that no matter what you put in your stomach, it's going to get broken down pretty good. I mean, even if you were to eat, if you manage to swallow a little piece of bone or something, even that'll get broken down eventually. Very few hard things actually pass pass through you. That stomach acid. That's why I don't like to drink water or a lot of liquid while I'm eating a meal, because I think
Yeah,
it screws up your,
acid.
dilutes that acid down, and you may not digest all of the nutrients you might otherwise have digested. But that's not the habits that we're in. You know, I mean, who goes to McDonald's without a 16-ounce big gulp, or, you know, or a big soda or something to have with their, I mean, it's just the habits. We've gotten into all these bad habits, which make tons of money for the food and beverage companies, but they are contrary to what we should be doing to be healthy. So what are you going to do? How do you change the mind of an entire world that's been thinking this way for 50 to 60, 70 years? One person at a time, it seems, and then if you're lucky. Anyway, Sherry, thank you so much for that. I wouldn't worry about it. I'd eat the fat, eat it, and then just keep an eye on your bathroom habits and see if it looks like that's what's happening to you. Then just cut back the fat percentage a little bit. But I don't think now it's my opinion and our opinion here in the expert panel that we have, that if you're getting the right amount of fat, that the form that it comes in isn't, I don't think it's going to make a whole lot of difference. Does my co-panel agree?
Yeah, I think as long as you're still keeping in your.
There you go. Okay. Let me see. Any more questions? So what are you up to today, both of you guys? Just chilling?
Yeah, well, literally, yeah, it's cold.
Yeah. What's the temperature down? You should be a little warmer than us up here.
Yeah, it's been. Well, I shouldn't be complaining. I'm in Florida. I could be still. It's
it could be a lot
degrees.
worse.
Yeah, almost 70 degrees. You're not going to get a shitload of sympathy, Mark.
No,
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
I'm not looking for it.
I know you're not. But to us, it's cold. People don't realize when you live in Florida, it gets to be 60 degrees. You know, we're bundling up like Eskimos.
Yep.
Gets to be 40 degrees. We're hiding under 12 blankets under our bed, you know, because.
It's nice to be back.
It's a comfortable 60 here.
Well, you're out in the desert in Nevada. It should be pretty warm where you are, too.
Yeah, it's about 60. It's comfortable. As long as the wind's not blowing, it's 60 degrees is great. We got direct sunshine, so.
Oh, that's cool. Good. Granny Boo is here. She chimed in, says, how you doing making bacon mayo?
Butter.
Butter mayo. Oh, butter mayo for my deviled eggs. Okay. Oh, I see. I thought I saw bacon in there somewhere. She wants to try the bacon mayo next. I don't eat mayonnaise at all anyway, so I haven't experimented with that stuff. And we have Lise Weberg from Denmark. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. And Carney Barbie is here. Has no gallbladder. Surrender fat can give me loose. Yeah. But what happens when you have no gallbladder is you end up your body actually creates a kind of a pseudo gallbladder from your biliary ducts. The duct that goes to the liver, the bile duct, will expand out. And many people, from the things I've heard all over the internet and on different channels, many people have actually gotten back the ability to emulsify the fat after a few months or however long afterwards when they had their gallbladder removed. But you just do the best you can. I think carnivore and eating a lot of fat helps to heal a lot of people's gallbladder. The reason that people's gallbladders, and they get gallstones and their gallbladder gets sludge in them, is it's not used. They're eating these low fat or no fat diets. There's no call for bile. And your gallbladder just gets gunked up. And when you start eating all this fat, then all of a sudden all this bile starts flowing again, and it seems to have a tendency to clean out. You know, get rid of the gallstones, clean out the sludge in your gallbladder, and things start working well. We are supposed to eat fat. Everything points to the fact that we're supposed to eat fat, and yet the advice is still always, you know, low fat, no meat. Low fat, no meat. Be interesting to see in the next 6 months with the new politics we're going to have, if any of that actually changes. The Rudo Kuhn
I
is
think it'd be
here.
hard. politicians to make any influence in that area because there's too much money to be made in the
Oh,
advertising and the marketing.
oh, I agree. They're going to they're going to fight it tooth. They're going to fight it tooth and nail. The lawyers are going to make tons of money because they're going to be suing everybody. These people
Yeah.
to try to stop it. They're going to be every time a lawmaker decides they want to make a new law or a new rule, they're going to get 400 lawsuits. So maybe in 100 years, when all that stuff gets through the courts, they'll have a decision. But nothing in government happens that quickly, unfortunately. But we'll see. We'll see. Gregory, you got a question from Stickman's Garage. How much in beef trimmings do we need to make 1 quart of tallow? That's an interesting question.
Well, let's see. I ended up with 3 quarts total. I started with probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3 or 4 pound bags. So by the time it was all said and done, I ended up with 3 full quarts. So I'm going to guess you're probably going to need, I don't know, 8 pounds, maybe 7, 8 pounds of fat to make a quart.
Wow. Okay. And that's fat. That's not just the trimmings. That's the fat. Just the fat part of it.
That's just the fat. Yeah, that's just the fat.
About 8 pounds of fat. Okay.
Yeah, if you leave too much trimming on your fat when you render it, you end up with burnt meat in your tallow. So it creates a mess, and you have to process more to get it in. So if you can get as much of the trim off of the fat before you render it, the better.
Okay. I hope that answers that for you. Ask the experts here today, guys. Who would have thought
Now,
that we would have an
on
expert panel?
On that same subject, a lot of times you can go to Costco and they will give you fat for free. You just ask the butcher if they've got any fat trimmings that in excess that they're going to throw out, and they'll package it up and give it to you for nothing. And if not, just about any butcher will sell it to you for about, $3 for a 10-pound bag.
Yeah, they used to do the same with bones, but I haven't found them doing that with like marrow bones anymore.
No, because it's popular. They can make.
Yeah, it got popular. Yeah, but well, I mean, it would be nice if fat actually got more popular. But you're right. Right now, they just can't. They can't get rid of it. They can't get rid of it. Excuse me, why? Scratch my eye. Okay. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat at the same time we're talking. I'm not ignoring you guys in the chat. I'm looking all over the place here. See if anybody's got anything. No, just everybody's chatting. Rick down in Miami always hated mayonnaise as well. I knew there was another one somewhere. I wasn't alone. Rick likes lard-based tartar sauce. Wow.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Okay, yeah. Is that FX Trader says somebody advised me. Let me see if I can find that here so I can put it up on the screen. Here it is. Somebody advised me to eat more healthy vegetables. I asked which ones are healthy. Anybody knows a healthy vegetable? Yeah, you're right. They're all plants. They're all plants. But isn't it amazing? We're so conditioned by the propaganda that whenever you hear the term whole grains or fruits and vegetables, we automatically append the word healthy in front of it. They automatically become healthy fruits and vegetables and healthy whole grains. And that's what it says on the cereal box. And if that's what it says on the cereal box, if it says hard, healthy whole grains, then it must be true. It must be true. Look at this here. All right. Look at this. I tell you, talk about the latest news. I'm just going to hold this one up here to the camera. Let's see if I can make it not too bright. Well, I'll tell you what. Can you see it? I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to do it this way. so as not to diminish the wonderfulness of that picture, I'm going to go into my Gmail account. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to take that picture and I'm going to put it here on my computer screen. And now I'm going to show it to you in all of its full glory. And hold on, let me make myself big. There it is. Look at that. Is No Slow, NOSLOW, over in Rumble. Very, very nice. Got his coffee cup, and there's another picture for the mugshot gallery. I like that mugshot. Cool. Thanks for sending us that, man. You're a star now. You're a star, and he's always over in the Rumble chat. That's great. So let me go back to this. Let me get the three of you, the Three Musketeers, back in there, and here we are again. Well, that's great. I'm glad I checked that email. I'm glad I checked the email, and then I got another email here, and that's telling me that you guys may notice that I'm not using my orange. You know, my cell phone's usually orange and a clear place. Well, that the USB port on the bottom stopped working. Brand new. I mean, like less than a year old Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's a $1,500 cell phone, and when you plug something in, you'd have to push the thing, maybe a solder joint on where it solders to the circuit board, something intermittent, and they can't fix it unless I send the phone back to them. It'll take a week or two. So I had to, and this is what I've been doing. This is why I'm so nuts. Day and a half, I've been transferring everything back to my old S22. And if you use a cell phone,
if you had an iPhone, you wouldn't have that problem.
Well, no, it's not really that much of a problem because I have the same thing as an iPhone. Samsung has Smart Switch, and you can copy virtually everything, all the apps and all that. But the problem is you then have to go back into every one of those apps and reset. It treats it like a new app, and you got to re-log in. It will not save for security purposes. It doesn't allow all of your settings and your passwords and all that stuff to be transferred. And it can take me a day and a half in between things of trying to make the new cell phone look like the old one. So I got all this stuff off. I got it completely transferred, and a little earlier today, I went ahead and put my SIM card in this phone. I'm going to ship Monday, I'm going to ship the other one to Samsung, and I want to give myself the rest of the weekend to make sure I got this thing working like I need to. But, and then this thing works so good, you hardly notice the difference. This is 2 years before the S24, but it's almost identical in the way it works. It's almost as fast. I mean, you never notice the difference. I probably could have still been using this. That's just my technology addiction that I have forces me to always have the latest and greatest of the latest. And I'm wearing my new Sennheiser headphones today, too, that I finally, after 10 or 15 years with those old headphones that I've been using, I treated myself to a new pair of Sennheisers. And these things are great. And they're kind of let me give you a shot from the side here. You can see what they look like. Hold on a second. I got to lean into this. There they go. They all nice and black. And they're what they call an open back design. That means they don't seal your ears in and don't isolate you like these sound deadening or noise canceling headphones do. You feel like you're sitting in a room, and if other people are talking, you can hear them. They're much more comfortable for me than having that, putting your fingers in your ears kind of feeling. And Sennheiser's the only brand I've ever tried that actually makes them the way I like them. So, good thing about Amazon is if you buy something and it isn't what you thought, you don't have any problem sending it back. That's for sure. So I figure, well, I'll get them. So I got myself. This is all I got for this holiday season for myself with this new pair of headphones. So I think I did pretty good. I showed a lot of restraint. So that was a question. We had that question. Helen Hot Stuff had a question here. Let me keep looking. That chat gets away from you. Got 82 people in here. Yeah, it's a little slower than normal, but Still got a lot of people, a lot of activity. Hell and Hot Stuff. I love that name, Hell and Hot Stuff. Salt question. With a few on the market, what would you recommend? I'm currently using sea salt. Well, I'll tell you what I use, and I don't know if I'm swayed by the brand names or everything. Redmond, everybody in the carnivore community, along with LMNT, Element, seems to advertise Redmond's real salt. And if you investigate Redmond's, you'll probably find out that they mine it, and where they mine it is an ancient salt mine that may have just been recently dug up and not exposed to pollution for hundreds of years. So where the salt comes from is what depends on how pure it is. And so if they're mining like the Himalayan pink salt, there are places they mine it that are polluted. There are other places they mine that salt that are pristine. So that's the most important thing. Salt is salt, and they have whether you're getting your salt from something that comes from the current ocean, the salt that's in the ocean now, and they just dry it out, or you're getting something that from an ocean bed from an ancient ocean somewhere. Redmond real salt seems to be good, and on my Amazon page on my website, I've got links to the Himalayan sea salt that I've used, and I've looked into that company, and I've been using that for years, and that seems to be pretty good. And I buy those things in 5-pound bags, and I have that little salt grinder that I use when I use it. And those are the only two salts I use, other than Malden's smoked salt. That stuff is super on pork. I love that stuff on pork, and I get that from Amazon too. So, yeah, that's the salt. And Greg.
Peter's asking for the link, by the way.
Oh, is he? Well, yeah. Do any of you guys really want Peter in here?
Is he going to try to sell me a couch?
I don't know. He's just gonna come in. He's just gonna come in. Oh, here, look who's here. Tuka's here too. Turamir. Yeah, he's laughing too. Yeah.
Do you ever sleep?
Tuka, you got your speaker on, man. Tuka, you got your speaker on, blaring in there. Nah, we were getting a hell of an echo from you, so you have to turn off your window that you're watching the stream in. I muted your mic. I'll bring you back in a second. So Peter wants the link. Okay, let's put the link in for Peter. And Peter will be at work in the furniture store. There you go, Peter. Let's see. Okay, did we fix it, Tuka?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you and no echo, so you fixed it. Okay. Super.
Okay, sorry, I had my TV on, so that's probably
that's what happens, unfortunately, and it's about a 3, 4, 5 second delay in it. It's very confusing.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. My bad.
No problem, no problem. And there he is.
Hey, Peter.
What's up,
Peter.
How's it going, guys?
That's Papa Carnivore, everybody, in case you don't know. And boy, this is like a repeat of last night, isn't it, guys?
Yeah. Hey, Turmer, do you ever sleep?
Where's Spanky and CB? Where are you guys?
CB wasn't here last night. Spanky was here earlier, and he went away. Yeah, he went away. But Spanky hardly says anything. He doesn't say anything. He just likes to be in the room with us, I think. We got to open him up a little bit, get him to talk a little bit more.
Where's Mrs.
He's
Boo?
like a fly on the wall.
She's working.
Oh.
Somebody's got to work in your family.
She's at work.
Oh man, what a lucky guy!
I thought everyone would be smoking a cigar.
I'm inside. I'm in my house. I should have done this from outside today, but because it's beautiful out there this afternoon.
And I didn't have a chance to buy a cigar for me yet, so that will happen in the future.
For those of you who don't know Turamir Carnivore Tuka, he's in Finland, and for once, it's not the middle of the night. He comes into our live streams like last night. It was what, 2, 3 in the morning for you?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, that's
now
crazy.
it's only 5 to 11. so it's not that bad.
It's that late already over there, 5 to 11.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but it's not that bad.
And I'm trying to look for questions. So, Peter, how's business today? You busy?
A little slower today. Yesterday was kind of a madhouse.
Well, that's good. I see somebody wandering around behind you there.
There's people. There's still some people.
Well, that's good.
Kind of, it's hit or miss today.
I got a cigar coming.
Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. Is all that talking happening in your store there, Peter? I'm hearing a bunch of women talking.
No,
I muted it. I'm going to put it back on mute.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. All right. So unmute. When you want to say something, Peter, just unmute your mic. No problem. Wow, Lise Weberg from Denmark. I have been carnivore for 9 years and 1 month. Wow. I learned from Zero Carb Zen's founder, Esme Lafleur. Wow, I'd like to go through life with a name like Esme Lafleur. Where
CB is saying, Papa Carnivore, just turn around and yell, "Hey, get the hell out of here!"
Yeah, we're on the air here, folks. Come on, don't you see the on the air sign lit up outside the door? Where the hell? These chats go by so fast. I try to find an entry. Oh, Peter went dark on us there. Who is this?
Okay.
Papa Carnivore, just turn around. Get the hell out of here.
Sherry, the link is there.
Sherry, do you have time for one more? Sherry, come on in. Yes, come on in, Sherry. Say hi to us. Let me put the link back in there again. We always good to see you. We got plenty of time. I was going to cut it at an hour today, but we'll keep going as long as there's people around. I never planned to do a panel on this thing, but this is what happens when I run out of stuff to talk about. And it's fun. It's fun.
Today I am armed and dangerous with a cooking knife.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, man.
Lucky me, I know how to use it, so no worries. Hopefully, I'm not cutting myself today.
No, I hope not. I hope not. Peter went dark, so we can't see what he's doing to those poor, loud women. Joke, she says. Joke.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see you. Yeah, there you are. Yeah.
Okay.
Lee says it's a website, Zero Carb Zen. And you've been doing for 9 years. That's great. That's great. Here it is.
Lily Kane and her husband have decided to add fruits and veggies, and saying Paul Saladino is right about adding carbs. I'm not so sure about that.
Depends if it depends how many carbs, and it depends if they're how strong is their carb addiction, and that's the key. I mean, you could eat a small amount of fruit, I think, if it doesn't trigger binging and then eventually going completely off your diet. It's an individual thing. It all depends on whether you're able to continue to sustain the lifestyle by adding. Now, to add 150, 200, 300 grams of that crap in every day like Saladino, nobody in the community agrees with that. But nobody's going to be around to see the long-term results of it, to see who was right or who was wrong. You know, that's a lifetime. Yeah. That takes a lifetime. And she's fixing her hair. I'm waiting for her to get ready. She looks ready. She's dancing. There she is.
Look at what I got.
Hi,
Oh
Sherry.
my God! Look at this. We have an opening today. We have a package opening.
And
Oh,
okay, spoiler alert, I did also order, I'm so freaking excited, a crew neck old guy carnivore merch that is going to be absolutely epic, but that's going to be on my channel.
oh, cool. Oh, cool. Well, send me a picture. Send me a picture of you, and you deserve a little of this.
Thank you. And you know what? Check it out. This is for
Whoa.
Mitch.
Look at that
This
knife.
is
Oh,
what
look
I'm
at
going to
that.
use for my unboxing.
Okay,
Oh.
cool, cool,
So
very cool.
Looks like an old
you
hen.
all
And you know, it's really funny, Sherry. Being the knife collector that I was, I have a knife in my desk drawer that I
yeah.
use just like to open envelopes and things. And it's just here. I'm gonna make you smaller so you can see the rest, so we can see the rest of us here. Hang on
Yeah,
a second.
show everybody else, not just me.
It's
I
a-
look
it's
crazy.
Yeah, see how tiny that is? That's a little Swiss Army knife. It's a little tiny Swiss Army knife. It's got a corkscrew,
Right.
it's got a
Hold
scissors,
on.
it's
Hold
got
on.
all the tools on it. It's tiny. It's just cool as hell. Anyway, I keep that in my desk drawer and I almost never use it. It's got a little Phillips screwdriver here. See that?
Uh,
How adorable is that? And it's
Mi-
and
Mitch, you need to learn. It's not a Swiss Army knife. It's MacGyver knife.
We are
okay.
twins.
Oh, look at you! Look at you! Yeah, but mine has my company. Mine has my old computer company name
Mine
printed on
has
it. I
my
used to
name
give
on
these.
it.
I used to give these things away to my customers, and I used to get them kind of as an advertising specialty thing. So, I still got one of them. Still got one of them.
I love knives. I love watching Jocko go like this, and
Oh no!
I'm sorry. Okay, here it is.
Don't break it.
I won't break it.
Oh,
These
look at
come
that.
really
Okay.
good. And I unbox a lot of stuff. You
Oh,
look,
they pack them pretty nicely. Yeah, I haven't heard anybody tell me they got a broken one yet, and
and
they
I
got a
know
red
my
one.
coffee's gonna taste like so epic out
Oh,
of.
absolutely. Look at that. Yes,
Oh,
yes. All right. Thank you, Sherry. Enjoy it. Enjoy
And
it.
I'll be using my knife to stir it. So happy.
That's great. That's
uh,
great. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Love
yeah,
you.
I need to buy me one of those mugs. I don't have one yet, so I can.
I imagine they ship them to Finland. I'm not sure.
They
I'm
should.
not.
They should. I'm quite sure they will ship them
Okay.
to Finland.
Where do you get them? I don't
Um,
even know where you get them at. I've been gone for a couple weeks. I haven't even.
You get them. You get them on my merch store.
Harry, there's a button at the end.
Okay,
Yeah, it's on.
Oh,
It's the
there
same
is?
place. Same place. Same place.
Oh,
Same place you get the T-shirts. Yeah, be very careful you don't have your fingers over it when you slam it shut there. Give yourself
you guys are my
That
angels.
looks
a finger.
that looks like an old timer.
Yeah.
Oh, you should
You
see
know, an
my
Uncle Henry's old
collection.
timer.
Yeah, this little bad boy. I love knives. I'm a weirdo.
Well, I was a knife collector for lot of years. I still have I think I may still have a knife or two. In my drawer here. Maybe.
Let's see it.
Mm,
That's
Nice.
gonna be hot.
cool.
Damascus. Yeah.
Yep. That's
Nice.
that knife is made from elevator cable. It's forged
wow.
out of elevator
Wow.
cable,
That's
and
cool.
and on the hilt there, they call that file work. They take round files and let me see if I can get that a little closer where you can see it. And they actually with files cut that pattern into a flat piece of steel, and that's part of the art of some of these knives. And then you've got some fossil ivory inset, some sterling silver inset, and nickel silver
Have you
at the
ever
back.
watched the Forage show that they have where they're making like all the knives? Like it's kind of like, all these little contest shows kind of thing. Like a cookie and bake
Forged in
show,
Fire.
but instead they make knives. It's so cool.
Well, I used to have many. I was, I put on knife shows, and I knew, all the top knife makers, and they're friends of mine. Guys like Gil Hibben. He's the guy that made the Rocky knives for Sylvester Stallone, and
That's cool.
these were the kind of guys that came to my knife shows and exhibited their stuff, and I used to go to their shops, and they taught me some tricks, taught me how to make knives. Here's another one, and the stuff that I actually kept was the stuff that wasn't too valuable. I sold off all the valuable stuff I had. So these knives I'm showing you are just things that I kept that aren't worth a ton of money, but they're still pretty and they're still like works of art. And I decided I needed to keep some of these things. But this is another Damascus knife.
Ooh, look at that.
See the patterning in the steel, and this is kind of got a curved handle with all the file work on the back and Damascus on the back, and these, I can't brag about having a knife collection anymore, but I still have 10 or 20
Those are
knives laying around.
nice.
Here's another one. This one is kind of a companion to this one, made out of the same materials, but a different shape.
Cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah, and I have, oh my God, pictures. I have books. Some of these big books that are this thick that they used to make with photographs, professionally photographed art pictures of some of these $10, $20, $30,000 knives with engraving with gold and stuff you wouldn't believe. And I look at those books, and there were so many knives I used to own in those books, and it breaks my heart that I don't own them now. But life
Hey,
is
Mitch,
what it is.
Spanky's asking for the link too.
Oh,
Okay. Well, he's in there. Spanky's in there right now. There he is.
There you go.
Hey, Spanky, how you
buddy?
doing?
Hey.
Okay. I didn't mean to keep hogging the whole picture for myself. I'll bring all you guys back in, and let me do it this way, because we can see each other a little bigger that way. All right. All right. Look at the crowd we have here today. But only 70 people watching. We're going to end up with one of those streams where there's 9 people watching and 7 of them are in the stream. All right. and two spectators. Oh God, I hate it. I hate to see that when that happens. When you got the only people actually watching are the people that are actually involved and on the stream. But we're not going to go real long today. I wanted to do this. I'm going to cut out this Saturday afternoon thing for a while. Maybe after the first of the year, after the holiday spirit's over. But what do you guys think? That I'm doing this thing every morning. Do I really need to be doing 2 in one day?
No.
No.
That's
Take
too
it
much
easy.
for you.
Take a
Thank
break.
you. Thank you. I mean,
I say stick with the Saturday afternoon and dump the morning one.
I do the morning one every morning.
No,
Yeah, I
on
know, it's right.
Saturday.
Dump the morning one on Saturday. So we can
I
sleep
see what
in.
you're saying. I see what you're saying. Dump the Saturday morning one and do the Saturday afternoon one instead.
Yeah.
That's a thought.
Yeah.
That's a thought. That's a thought. And Tuesday night, I'm not getting the attendance on Tuesday night either. And I think it's because everybody just you can overdo it too. You can absolutely overdo it. Some other people overdo it, and I stop watching them. I understand that. How much, I'm just an old guy with so much to say. I can't start talking and talk 24/7 and always be fresh and interesting with brand new stuff. It's
Is that itchy or scratchy?
This is itchy.
itchy.
Aw.
What the hell is that?
He's a skinny pig.
Oh, okay.
Sandy Blythe loves knives and guns, she says. Yes, me too.
Sandy is a queen. Shout out to Miss Sandy. We love Sandy.
Yeah, feral grandma. Professor K will call them several kinds of idiots. I watch him to learn new words. Oh
Uh-huh.
man, I like that. I like that. Yeah, I haven't watched Bart K in a while. What's he up to? Is he still misbehaving? Is he being his usual self with the field
I don't
marshal
know.
uniform and?
Hey, Tuka, what time is it there?
It's 10 past 11 a.m.
In the morning or in the evening?
So, a.m., close to midnight.
Oh, so you're actually in
50,
human hours right now.
so it's 50 minutes and we are hitting midnight here.
Wow. Are you going to go to bed tonight, or are you going to stay up another night?
I don't know. I might watch some NHL hockey tonight.
Oh no.
Yeah, and if I pass out on the couch, then I pass out on the couch. So wouldn't be the first time to sleep here
Yeah,
in the
but
living room.
get some
So.
sleep, man. Get some sleep.
Hey, sleeping is for the wicked.
And Ricky Lee agrees that maybe I should give up the Saturday morning and do the Saturday afternoon instead. But I don't know if that throw people off or not. If I do the Saturday afternoon from here on out, I'm going to do it from outside, so I could, because I enjoy puffing on my cigar, especially Greg if you're here, because then I just want to hate you, you know.
Would
See,
you
my-
consider doing a Saturday panel one like this so we could all hang out and have some fun?
Oh, I would. Not only would I consider, you could talk me into it in a hot New York second, as they say.
I love talking to everybody. Everyone is so fun to talk to and learn
think
about all their cool things.
Hey, Mitch.
Okay. Yes.
My vote is to keep the Monday morning thing going, because that's a really a ritual for everybody. They drink their coffee and they wake up to you, and
No,
I
we're
take my
not
morning
talking.
walk. People do. It's like
Peter,
a ritual.
Peter, we're not talking about Monday morning.
No, I meant Saturday. But
Oh,
do
oh,
it. Yeah, do Saturday morning still. That's my vote.
Do it and Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
It's easy for you to say, man. You're not doing all this work.
Well, you asked for my vote. I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
More
okay,
Mitch-
okay.
more
Well,
Mitch is
It's a
better.
lot of work that he puts in.
Mitch?
Like I'm gonna just have to do a shout out real quick for Mitch. So Mitch, just you hold your horses, sir. This
Okay.
young
if you're
gentleman
gonna
right
shout,
here,
if you're gonna shout me out, I'm gonna make you full screen.
I'm full screen.
Okay.
Yes, Itchy and I agree that for those of you that do not understand the amount of time, amazing energy, and love that he puts into everything he does for this channel and in his life, you guys have no idea what it takes to do what he's doing. And Mitch, you really are doing a great job.
Thank you so much, Sherry.
You
Thank
really
you.
are, and I appreciate every second of it.
And I know you, and I know you do, and I really
It's a
appreciate it.
lot of work. Like you guys don't get it. It's a lot of work.
No, they don't get it, and it's probably just as well, because when you go to a movie, for example, and you watch a movie, nobody has any idea what's involved in making that movie. That's not what consumers do. Consumers just consume the end product. So it's okay. It's okay, but we do it, and you do it too. You put so much time and energy into the YouTube stuff that you do. Nobody realizes that, nobody realizes. Nobody does. Nobody. That's why one of the reasons that I appreciate what you do and you appreciate what I do is because we know what's involved. We know what's involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mitch, I
Especially
think if
live
you-
streams, but live streams, because that's what I'm not like. I have like what you see on YouTube isn't my main thing. My mainstream is live streams that I do, and it's so hard to explain how the mental energy, it's a different kind of fatigue, and especially if I have somebody in the house.
Okay,
That's
take
one
care.
thing that Mitch, like, I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Thank
It
you,
really
Sherry.
is.
Thank
It
you. I
is
appreciate
amazing.
that. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. The only problem that if you're trying to make a little money on YouTube, live streams are not the way to do it unless everybody throws super chats at you all the time, and you're very generous, but trying to get make a long form video that really gets a lot of views, at least you'll get some ad revenue from it, but you don't get much ad revenue from live streams, do you, Sherry? It's just very little. The total view count on them is never going to be what a good long form video would be, if it's a legacy video that might get 100,000 views over the course of a year.
My live streams are actually on a platform of live streams. It's on Live Me. I don't do them on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So it's almost like, that's why, like, for me personally, just me and anybody that might be interested in just a little strategy, is my Instagram is made for pictures. My live stream app I use for live streams, and then for YouTube I do videos. So that's just kind of how I do it. But again, Mitch has way more. He can edit, like, it's so pristine, and I don't have that patience or the skill that you do. It's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're doing the research, you do the video, it has so much energy, then you have to edit the video, you upload it, and you support your own comments. I mean, hail, I am
Thank
not
you.
worthy.
Thank
It's
you,
a
but you
lot
left
of work.
you left out the most amazing part. I'm 1,000 years old.
You can edit like no other.
I'm 1,000 years old. Men my age, 70,
Hey, come now, Mitch.
pushing.
Come now, Mitch. I'm the missing link here. I'm
Yeah.
the missing link here.
You are. You're up there with my old guy picture, right over your shoulder, right over your left shoulder there. See him up there in
yeah.
the corner? Yeah, man.
By
You
the
get
way, by the way, CB said that I'm high on ketones and meth, so I'm
There you
gonna ask. God damn it, Spanky, why did you rat me out to CB, huh?
That's funny. That's funny.
Hey,
So-
Mitch, I think you got to just do what you think you can do. You know, it's your life. I mean, you know, we would love to do whatever, but you have to do what you think you can handle. And if doing 2 streams on a Saturday is too much, then you got to not do it.
Well, it's not really too much. I mean, it's not too much. What else? It's not like I have anything else I need to be doing, but I see a trend in my channel, and I talk to you guys about my experiences on YouTube. Most YouTubers don't. They don't want you to know the inside stuff. I share with you because it's part of what I do. I find that when I started doing the more and more live streams I do, it's I don't want to say drastic cut, because it was never all that much to begin with, but it's a terrible cut in the amount of money that I make from all this work. I do just as much work and make 1/3 of the money I was making when I was just making videos and doing 1 or 2 live streams a week, because the videos can rack up views and the ad revenue does add up, and people watch those videos, and they also might hear a little spiel for my Amazon page if it's a cooking video, and then they go to Amazon. But with that, hardly. And I try to, because this is a little enterprise for me as well. Most people should be able to understand that, but they don't seem to be able to forgive you for being even the slightest little bit like you might want to make $1, you know, in this world. None of them would work for nothing, but they expect us to work for nothing. And that's okay. I understand the mindset.
Mitch, I have a quick question for you. On your Amazon store, do you, because I haven't gone this deep into yours, because, okay, I have one too, but I don't promote it, of course, and you guys, everybody use his stuff, not mine. So just disclaimer. Do you, though, have you been making like 30-second videos of like reviews and putting it on your Amazon page?
No.
If you do that, you'll double your revenue.
Really? I'll try it.
I'm going to send you a couple things in your email.
Okay, but no, I've heard of that before. There's just, see, that's the difference is I'm not looking to get wealthy at this. I'm not looking to make a ton of money. I'm looking to make money to live, just to supplement my Social Security and the little work I do for my daughter. That's all. I've worked so hard all my life to build empires and made it and lost it and made it and lost it. I mean, you know the story of my life. I've told you this many times. You know, I've had mansion and yacht and private airplane money. And then I've had homeless guy in a tent money. And then back to mansion and yacht and Rolls Royce in the garage and lavish vacations, and then the world blows up on me again, back to the homeless guy in a tent again. I mean, there's no middle of the road for me. Right now, at my age, coming up on 80 in a couple of years, I don't want to work that hard anymore. I just want to have what I need. I'm not
Have
trying to
fun.
build an empire. I'm not trying to build a big legacy for my kids and so they can inherit a fortune. They're both doing quite well on their own, and certainly don't need me. I stay healthy. One of the main reasons I stay healthy is so I don't ever need to rely on them. I do not want to become a burden.
Mitch, I know why you're doing this. You're doing this for meat money.
Meat money. That's about right. That's about right. And I want to be able to, for example, I put some money away. I'm not broke by a long shot, but if I want to buy a new cell phone for $1,000, or I want to be able to just toss, get a new pair of headphones. These things cost like $150. I don't want to have to say, what do I have to do without to get those things?
Yeah.
And I've been at that phase in my life where, you go to the point where you go to the store, you're worried about the price of cucumbers, things aren't going very well for you.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to me. And I've been up and down three times from rich to nothing, back to rich to nothing. And everybody used to admire me. They'd say that, holy cow, Mitch, we could throw you naked out of an airplane in the middle of the desert, come back a year later, you'd probably own a whole chain of car dealerships. That's the reputation I had, just being able to come back. And I didn't think I had another one in me. But and this thing over the last few years on YouTube has been a comeback. Yeah. But I don't have the ambitions like I used to have. I don't have my future. I don't have to worry about a whole future now. I want to enjoy what I have left of life, live it healthily, and live it.
Drugs.
Well, not have to live and have to put up with that high maintenance is very peaceful.
It is, and there was a lot of high maintenance, Sherry. I had at one time I had a 53-foot Hatteras yacht. I had a couple of smaller boats. I had 4 motorcycles in the garage, 4 cars, including a Rolls Royce, a Mercedes, 350 SL convertible. I had I'd say 3 airplanes, an aerobatic airplane, a twin engine Beach Baron, nothing like Kiltsy has. He's got real money, but I had a huge house, 6,000 square foot house in one of the richest gated communities in the Orlando area. I was living big time, and I worked for every penny of it. Built it from nothing and then had it stolen from me and back to square one again. And I've been that route up and down 3 times in my life. And I'm tired. I don't want to do it. And yet, I still want to enjoy life. So I try to make enough money on YouTube where I don't want to have to always be pushing something. I don't want to always have to be pushing sponsors or pushing this or pushing supplements. So I came up with the buy me a coffee. Because people throw me a coffee, $5. How much money do they throw Ken Berry in one of his live streams and super chats? They throw him a fortune every Monday night, so he can answer their questions. And the answer to all of their questions is generally eat meat. Am I right about that? The proper human diet. Proper human diet. That's the prescription he writes, and more power to him. And people do. They use that buy me a coffee, and I really appreciate it. But when I stopped doing the videos as much as the live streams, my YouTube revenue went from poor to almost nothing. And I do it now, not for the money. I do it pretty much because I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. But, I still would like to make enough money to make it worthwhile. You know what I mean? Hey, Ricky Lee, thank you so much. Little super sticker, always appreciate it. Always appreciate it. A nice red one too. Anyway, enough talking about money, enough talking about that. I'm going to do this regardless. Regardless. The Amazon stuff, I had read about that, Sherry. I read all about that, doing the reviews. I don't want to work any harder than I'm working right now. You know what I mean? And you start doing that and having to do more videos and more reviews and more things that for a purpose other than blending right in with the normal stuff that I do on YouTube. It's not that it's a bad idea. If I was 40 years younger and trying to build a future and build a channel that would make me $500,000 a year, be a different story. I would have every base covered. I'd probably have a staff of people, you know, like so many of these bigger guys have, doing all the busy work. But I have to do all the busy work myself. And there's only so many hours in a day. And believe it or not, this does keep me busy. Most people, like you say, Sherry, don't realize just to do that morning live stream. I have to go in, I have to create the thumbnail, okay, for the videos. Then I have to go into Amazon. I have to create the live stream video in Amazon. Then I have to go into YouTube and create the live stream video so that it shows up in the feed with the thumbnail in it and the description and write all that, figure out a title. Then I have to go into StreamYard, the streaming software, and I have to actually create the actual live stream itself, link it to those two. You know, that's a good half hour's work. So when I'm, you know, at 7, 8 o'clock tonight, I have to sit down and do that for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I'll be an hour and a half setting up before the live stream starts at 8:30, and you know, in time clear up. So it kills most of the morning. Kills most of the morning. I enjoy it. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. That's for sure. But would I encourage somebody to enter the high-paying world of being a YouTube star at my age? Absolutely not. Don't let me stop you if you want to, guys. Though, don't let me stop you. Nah, that's enough talking on my part.
It's the
Somebody else.
camaraderie that's nice with this community.
Yeah.
Well, that makes it
I
worthwhile. That makes it worthwhile, Spanky. That's I don't have any friends. I have nothing in common with any of these people that live around me. Not a thing. Not a thing. All they do is party and eat and talk about sports. I neither party nor eat the stuff they eat nor care about sports. I have nothing in common with them.
Same. That's me. Careless.
This is my gathering of like-minded folks. So I live so far out that my family doesn't come to visit, and I've only got 1 or 2 people that I associate with that come up. Other than that, it's me and my wife and my daughter and my dog, and we're good.
And that's a great life, because I think people overdo all the eating and drinking and partying, you know, and maybe that's why we're in the trouble that we're in. Anyway, this is a great idea for Saturday afternoon. Okay, guys, in the name of ever fine-tuning and tweaking what we do here on YouTube, I hereby decree that I'm going to continue the Saturday afternoon live stream, because I can change my mind. It's my channel. And we're going to do this instead of just me talking and answering more questions. We're going to, and not only are we going to open it up to the private community, we're going to open it up to anybody that wants to join in on Saturday afternoon. It'll be because we have our thing on Thursday night. Oh, look at Greg.
Mitch, can the jack-o'-lantern community come too?
Everybody can come. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, when are you getting that? Did you break another tooth, or did you just break the appliance that you had?
No, I broke another tooth.
Oh, Sherry, you got to stop it. What are you doing? Are you playing football? What are you doing? You keep breaking your teeth, or you banging it into the pole? What are you doing?
You know, it's just, I just have that kind of like magic. You know, a magician never shares her tricks.
Okay, so now you got to get a whole new prosthetic, or you're gonna have an implant done there.
No, that one I can have an implant. Like I don't have, like, the only one of my teeth that I can't have an implant is my front tooth, because it's all the way open up to my brain.
Holy cow!
It would, that won't work. But this one, if it doesn't fail, I can have an implant, so it's fine. It's all good.
All right.
Believe me.
Listen, I admire you take it so well because what I mean, I get any little thing goes wrong with my teeth, I go, oh God, no, not all this
That,
grief again, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, we have
If
more.
I if I would lose
I
a
have two implants. I have my two bicuspids are both implants,
if I would
and
lose a front tooth, I would just go live with a hockey smile.
there,
Missing a
yeah.
tooth.
Well, you know, if you're a hockey player, you got to have some teeth missing. I mean, that goes with the territory.
Yeah, and
People
street
love the
credibility.
toothless. The toothless look, believe it or not, you can go look in my comment section. There is definitely a place for people that don't have teeth. That
Wow.
I see people that I'm not lying, that have like 2 or 3 million followers just to eat without a tooth in. I'm
What am I? What am I doing wrong? I'm missing.
I'm telling you,
I'm not only missing the boat, Sherry. I'm missing the whole entire Navy.
you can't make it
Mitch, you
up.
need to leave a bit. Mitch, you
I
Better
need to
knock
see.
leave a
the tooth
tooth
out
on.
there, Mitch.
I see some of these. I mean, I see some of these videos of people putting out some of the most worthless, ridiculous garbage, and 18 million views they get.
That's why you have to laugh it off when it comes to
Yeah.
views on your videos. It's like legit. I mean, at the end of the day, most people will come. Like my son just asked me, "Did you see that Mr. Beast just did a collab with Ronaldo?" I
Oh,
mean, like he's like so and their YouTube channels. I mean, the younger generation are all AI generated. A lot of people do not realize that shorts here on YouTube, the biggest amount of shorts views are all literally an AI app. That you put a Joe Rogan podcast in, AI will go in there, make you a short, you post it, watch what happens.
yeah. There are. You know,
It's
there's a whole
amazing.
slew. There's a slew of YouTubers, Think Media, vidIQ, TubeBuddy. They all have channels, and their channels are all about making videos, telling people how to make money on YouTube and how to get more views on YouTube and how to create titles on YouTube and how to design thumbnails on YouTube. And there was one of them that came across my feed the other day that says, let AI generate 100 shorts for you in 5 minutes
They
that
do
are
it too.
guaranteed to get 1 million views. And you just load this program, give it a video like you just said of some sort, and it will actually do all the work and create 100 shorts for you, which you can then stagger out there and post.
Post
And that's
three
what
times a
YouTube,
day.
yeah, YouTube is becoming that. It's robots now making money for people. And it's not going to be long before we're so overblown, overloaded with AI shit that it's all going to be the same anymore, and nobody's going to watch any of it because it's not going to have. And then the trend will have to be going back to actual human videos, and you'll be able to brag about the fact that this video was made by a real human with a brain. You know?
Exactly.
I hope I
Exactly.
live long enough to. I hope I live long enough to see that. But I've given up. I've given up on. In fact, I never really had the ambition to get to make huge money on YouTube, and I never will. Not in this niche. Believe me, if I wanted, if I wanted to make bigger money, I certainly wouldn't narrow myself down to not only to the diet field and the health field, but to the low carb diet and health field, and even narrower than that down to the keto and carnivore field, and then even narrower down to no veggies and no carbs. That doesn't leave very many people left to have as an audience, you know, the hardcore carnivores. So that was not a wise business decision, but it was the decision that went along with my beliefs, and that's where I went with it. So still better than the drone channel, that's for sure. I still have a lot more traffic here than I ever had in the drone community.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
On when you cook your wings, is it better to put the sauce on before you cook them or put the sauce on after they're cooked?
Well, that's one of those questions that makes an assumption that may not be true. My answer to that question is what sauce?
Sweet chili.
Well, why would I put?
I know.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, that's the answer to that question is if you still can't eat wings without sauce, you've got to do a little evaluating of whether you want to be a carnivore or not. Because if you're going to be low carb or keto, you're not going to be putting sweet chili sauce on your wings. You're going to be eating your wings with a little salt, air fried or deep fried in baking grease. So that's
Duly noted.
Now, was that your question or somebody else's?
Oh, that was someone else's.
Oh, okay. But that would be my answer to that question. And Ricky Lee saw it. He says sauce? Question mark? Yeah. Yeah. All that kind of stuff just disappears out of your life. All the barbecue rubs, all the sugary sweet sauces, barbecue. You end up eating meat, salt, water, and fat. And that's about it. That's
So what
about
you're
it.
saying is Black Forest cake's not in the meat carnivore diet.
Yeah. No Black Forest cake. And we're still working on you there, Spanky. We'll work on you. We'll get that drilled into your head one of these days.
No, I'm getting there. I'm getting better.
Where did Sherry go?
Mm.
She disappeared. Oh no, her chair's there, but she went off. Oh look, she's got my coffee cup sitting right there. How cool. With some stuff in it. Yes.
Mitch, I confess sometimes if I want to, just for taste, I sometimes add a tablespoon of sweet chili sauce just for taste and for as a loop to get it good, to get my ground beef down the throat. So
well, if you
that's my small cheat, but that's maybe once a week or so.
Well, like I say, if you need to do that stuff, I'm not the carnivore. I'm not like a nun in Catholic school with a ruler in my hand. You know, you do whatever you want and evaluate if there's any bad effects or not on your progress and whether it might knock you off of it, and then just work on weaning that down. If you're not happy about the fact that you do it, and that's totally up to you. Nobody else has the right to tell you what to do. They can tell you how to do things that work. I can tell you how to do things that work for me and how I react to it, but everybody's different. And if you're doing something that you say, I wish I could, maybe I wish I could not be doing this. Maybe it would be better if I didn't. Then you can say, okay, I've been doing it once a week. Let me cut back to maybe once every 2 weeks, and then maybe once every 3 weeks until I lose the desire naturally to have it.
By the way, how much is 9 kilograms in libs? Is it about 15 libs? Like 15 pounds?
15 pounds. Yeah, it's 2.2 pounds per kilogram.
Yeah,
2.2.
because if someone there is using like regular cream with coffee, at least here in Finland, most of the coffee has what's the word in English? It's called in Finnish. It's called carcinogeni. It's carcinogen.
Carcinogen.
Carcinogen. So it spikes up the insulin in the body. So that might have an effect if you do carnivore for weight loss. And that made a difference for me when I cut off dairy products, generally speaking, like completely, like going coffee black or bulletproof coffee. And then
as long as it's
just diet, then I lost in 5 months, or no, in 3 months I lost about 3 or 4 months I lost about 15 pounds.
Good.
So,
cool. Very good.
Yeah,
but the dairy, if you eat the fat, if you eat like butter or MCT oil or some just pure fat, then you're not gonna. It's not gonna jack up your insulin. But if you're eating milk, you're getting milk sugar. You're getting lactose in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's raw milk, which is very difficult to. I think, which is very difficult to get here in Finland. Anyway, like we really need to dig up if we want to have any sort of raw milk here, because it's practically well, practically illegal to sell, but you still get it under the bench, so to speak.
Yeah.
So if you want to have raw milk, but like you need to get it straight from the producer.
Yeah, I gave up on, for myself, I just decided I never was a real dairy fan anyway, and I finally decided I could do without it. But when I was keto, I was making all those mistakes. I used to try to be low carb on keto, but what I would do to be under 20 carbs is I would take and make my own blueberry ice cream. I would take a cup of frozen blueberries, and I pour it into a little magic bullet. You all know what a magic bullet is, one of those little blenders, and then I fill it up with heavy whipping cream. So I had frozen blueberries, heavy whipping cream, and then I'd blend it, and it would turn it into ice cream. And because of the fact that the blueberries were frozen already, the whipping cream was cold.
Yeah.
And there weren't like 10 grams of carbs maybe in it. There were no carbs in the whipping cream. There's a lot of calories there, but I wasn't worried about that. And then that was all great, and everything was fine and good until I got finished that first cup of those things and went back and made the second cup. And then I decided, well, I had enough whipping cream, so I'll just go back and finish that 3-pound bag of blueberries that I got in the freezer, and I would do that. And that was the problem right there. It was an addiction problem. It wasn't nothing wrong with the food. It was that I could not stop when I started that stuff. And and I fell for all the same crap that I tell everybody else. All the same stuff. Greg's back. All the same stuff that I tell everybody else that you're going to fall for. I know from personal experience. Making those deals with myself. Wow, what the hell? Peter, is that you? No, Peter, it's not you. Who is that? Is that you? Greg Smith, that's you. All that noise is coming from you, I think. I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, I don't hear anything out here.
No, something.
I was muted.
Yeah, I saw that, Peter. That's okay. That's okay. I would make deals with myself. I would promise myself I'll never do that again. Anybody else ever done that? I'm never going to. No, man, this is it. This is the last time. I'm never going to do. Anybody who hasn't done that, Ray, you don't need to be here. Nobody who hasn't done that 1,000 times needs to be here. Because you're not an addict. Because if you're an addict, you've done it. You can't not have done it. Yeah, Craig, I'm afraid I'm getting a lot of noise, I think, from you. Let me mute you and see if it stops. Yeah, it's coming from you. I don't know what it is. It didn't have it in the last connection, but I got it in this connection. So, at any rate, we're gonna be logging out here pretty soon.
I'm going because I'm hungry. I got to eat.
Yeah, and I got to get cooking dinner too. So, all right. Well, let's do this.
Then there is 3 of us because I need to do some snacks for me, which is meatballs.
This might be a good idea. I plan to go an hour today. We went an hour and 45 minutes, which I think is pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh,
and we made a decision, guys, a mutual decision, all of us together, that we are going to do this every Saturday afternoon at 3 now.
Thank you so much, Mitch.
Sounds good.
Oh, you're welcome, Sherry. It was a great idea. It was a great idea because these things are so much fun. These are so much fun. Yes, Greg.
Mitch and Greg,
Sounds
if you're
good to
going
me.
to have, if you guys are going to have a cigar next Saturday, I will be having a cigar too.
Okay, I will do this outside on my back porch next Saturday if we're going to do this, so I can smoke a cigar with all you guys.
Balcony, so I will be smoking it from my
Okay,
balcony,
that's it.
so.
Cigar Saturday with Mitch. Sherry, I don't know if you smoke cigars or not.
I'll bring a meat cigar.
There you go. There you go. All right, my friends. Listen, that's been great. It turned out much more fun than I thought it was going to because I had nothing this afternoon. I actually had nothing. Thank you so much for
Good
coming
seeing
in
you.
here and saving my ass like you all did today.
You made my day, Mitch. Thank you so
thank you,
much.
Sherry.
We send you the bill after.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I'll send it on. Listen, you have your people contact my people about that bill, would you? Okay.
I sure will. All right.
All right. See you guys.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
Take
everybody.
care.
Have a
Take
blessed
care.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. And I'm going to try to get rid of everybody except me. Here, let's see. Yes, I did it. No, there we go. Got rid of everybody but me. I thought they'd never leave. Holy cow. No. Thanks, guys. Thanks for this. Like I said, I was not really enthused about doing this afternoon. I had fully planned to say this is the last one of these Saturday things. And at the last minute, I decided to invite my friends over, and they all came, and we ended up having a party, and it was great. It was great. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. You know how much I appreciate it. And with that, my friends, I will fire up a little traveling blues here. And of course, thank everybody for coming in. Wish you a great remainder of the holiday weekend, and we'll get a couple of weeks to coast, and then we'll start with the Christmas stuff all over again. So take care of yourselves. I will see you all tomorrow morning, Sunday morning coffee with Mitch, 8:30 Eastern Time. And until then, take the rest of the day off and eat meat.